200 million on you. Back. Oh no.
I'm gonna say this. I put a little pause on my dating life.
So social media once again is undefeated as Offset claims he was sending an explicit picture of Cardi B and her new man. Now, if you guys don't know and you've been sleeping under a rock.
Y'all, Offset literally just threatened to take Cardi B's children. This drama has spiraled completely out of control. We're talking leaked tapes, legal threats, and now CPS is allegedly getting involved. This isn't your typical celebrity couple drama, honey. We're watching a full-blown meltdown happening right before our eyes. Offset is out here making wild accusations about Cardi's behavior, questioning her mothering skills, and now he's talking custody. Let me tell you all the messy details, and trust me, you won't believe where this whole thing is headed.
She must have got tired of typing, and that's what she said.
Happy as I gave you attention for one day, and now you're trying to spin a narrative like I want to be with you, knowing that that's not it. Gave you some out of sight time because another pissed me the off, and now you're trying to push this narrative. Stop playing with me.
And so what ignited this explosive situation? A video, darlings, allegedly sent straight to Offset showing Cardi getting cozy with another man. Yes, that's right. It's messy, it's chaotic, and honestly, it's way too personal for millions of us to be watching, but here we are, living for every second of it. Just when you think this toxic love story couldn't get any more dramatic, life throws another curveball. Cardi's breaking down on social media, CPS is knocking at her door, and Offset, he's just adding fuel to this raging fire. Everyone's wondering, is this heartbreak pushing him to extremes, or is this all about power and control? What happens when a passionate love story transforms into an all-out war zone? When the line between passionate love and possessive behavior becomes so blurry you can't tell which is which anymore? This is pure obsession, darlings. It's jealousy at its finest. We're watching a real-time tragedy unfold, and I'm taking you right into the thick of it. Buckle up, because this isn't just gossip. This is a full-blown spectacle.
In my life, you can see what I see. La, la, la. Life can be only what you make it.
Now let me tell you about Offset. He hasn't exactly been keeping quiet. He's been all over social media, stirring the pot and airing out their dirty laundry. But this time, oh honey, he took things to a whole new level. His frustrations exploded into the public eye after Cardi allegedly sent him that clip of herself getting cozy with another man. He didn't just throw shade, he dropped a nuclear bomb. He made it deeply personal. And the fallout? It's still unraveling.
Hey, how you doing today?
Shining, you know what I mean?
What's your name? Where you from?
No, I'm from the A, man. North side of the A.
Yes, sir, man. Atlanta, definitely in the book and stop playing with him, man. You see the fit describe it right quick.
His Twitter fingers were on absolute fire, throwing vicious jabs about her lifestyle, her parenting, and most chilling of all, questioning her fitness to keep their children. He's done putting up with what he calls her reckless behavior and made it crystal clear he's considering a custody battle. But here's the tea. Was this genuine concern for their children, or was this all about control? Things escalated faster than a rocket launch. Not long after his tweets, CPS showed up at Cardi's doorstep. Can you imagine the scene? Investigators asking questions about the children, strangers inspecting her baby girl for signs of harm, all because of an anonymous tip screaming negligence. Cardi was absolutely livid. She took to social media in tears, her anger radiating through the screen as she called out whoever was behind that CPS visit. She didn't hold back one bit about how traumatic this was for her baby girl, making sure the whole world knew she's a hands-on protective mother. But darlings, let's talk about that suspicious timing. Could Offset's public ranting have pushed someone to call CPS? Or was this some twisted revenge tactic to push Cardi right to her breaking point?
Where's Offset? I don't know where he at. But I had to call him because of this and it's tight. Why the is people in my house with mad cop cars for my anonymous call that my kids are being abused? What, my kids are sleeping, all three of them.
The internet practically exploded. Some people were pointing fingers at Offset, accusing him of weaponizing their children in this bitter tug of war. Others bought into the narrative that Cardi's public behavior had simply gone too far. But here's the real tea. Custody battles have no business being on social media and dragging your ex for millions to see. That's not concern, honey. That's a power play. It's the kind of drama that doesn't just destroy love, it leaves deep, permanent scars. And Cardi, she's been in pure survival mode ever since, fighting battles on every single front while desperately trying to hold her family together.
I'm gonna find out myself. I'm not even pressing charges on you. If you a boy, my baby father is gonna you the up. If you a woman, me and Hennessy are gonna you the up. Because you playing with my motherfucking kids. Not everything is a joke. Not everything is a prank.
This isn't just about Offset wanting control anymore. It's about a relationship so tangled in love and chaos that they've completely lost sight of where passion ends and destruction begins. But if you think this drama is done, think again, sweeties. The storm has only just begun.
I know we're not gonna be together for a day, but like, I miss you for like that one day. Right? Yeah.
Well, let me spill some piping hot tea. Their turbulent marriage isn't just making headlines anymore, it's taking a serious toll behind the scenes. The fallout from Offset's threats didn't just spark emotional chaos, it pushed Cardi B right to her breaking point. After weeks of public feuding and that shocking CPS involvement, her body finally gave out. Remember when Cardi had to cancel that major headlining performance after a sudden medical emergency? Yeah, that wasn't just some random health scare. The fallout from Offset's threats, weeks of public feuding, and that shocking CPS visit all collided with relentless scrutiny, custody battles, and non-stop humiliation, leaving her visibly shaken and vulnerable.
Shit, don't piss me off. And yes, guys, I'm very sick. I've been here since today's date. I've been here since the 19th. I'm extremely sick. I hope I get to leave tomorrow, but I know I'm not.
That medical emergency forced her to cancel a major headlining performance, sending absolute shockwaves through her fan base. The emotional weight of relentless scrutiny, custody battles, and public humiliation seemed to crash down all at once, leaving her visibly shaken and vulnerable. Her apology to fans was raw and real, showing a side of Cardi we rarely see behind that bold persona. The pressure of Offset's accusations and the intense media frenzy had finally cracked her usually fierce armor. For someone constantly in the spotlight, there's no escape from this madness, and the cumulative stress from legal threats and personal betrayals hit her hard.
So I was hospitalized in California, so my baby father had to fly to New York to meet these people. So these people go to my house, right? These people go to my house. This shit gets me so mad because it's like these people go to my house. They went up and down in my house, opened my fridge.
The timing couldn't have been more dramatic. Offset's claims of unfit parenting, CPS inspecting her children, and rumors swirling about her private life left her fighting battles on multiple fronts. Public perception became an absolute battleground, with some people sympathizing with her pain while others accused her of playing victim just to deflect attention.
Yes, sir. What are you doing? I'm doing an interview with Billboard while we shopping, talking about clothes. You want to get up? Come on, get up. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, big man.
Oh, styling kids is easy, man. I feel like, well, it's kind of hard too, though, because there's not a lot of kid clothing.
Every single tweet, every social media post became fuel for a narrative spiraling completely beyond her control. Cardi's health scare wasn't just about exhaustion, it symbolized the deeper toll of a relationship that simply refuses to find peace. Emotional fatigue and constant conflict have left scars that no amount of makeup can hide or money can mend. And in this world where love and war blur together, one question lingers like smoke from a fire that won't die. Is this spiral the result of manipulation or genuine heartbreak? While Cardi fights battles on all fronts, Tasha K remains a persistent thorn in her side. After losing that high-profile defamation lawsuit that cost her millions, Tasha's antics have only grown bolder. She's been accused of moving money overseas, hiding assets to avoid payment, and brazenly thumbing her nose at the court's decision. Cardi, absolutely furious over these evasion tactics, has openly called her out for behaving like a character straight out of a crime thriller.
The conversation has been is, do you even have that amount of money to pay in this lawsuit? Like, is Tasha K worth that amount of money to pay that?
I
I ain't got it.
Wait, I always want to know. Listen, I'm so glad you said it.
Listen,
Look, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Don't ask me for no money, I ain't got it.
While Cardi rages on, Offset stays in the shadows, seemingly uninvolved. Fans are whispering about the possibility of him quietly supporting Tasha's schemes, a theory that adds even more layers to their already messy dynamic. His history of letting Cardi shoulder public battles alone only deepens the suspicion. This silence feels less like indifference and more like calculated distance. Offset, always so quick to perform grand romantic gestures, seems completely unbothered when the stakes are legal and financial. The lack of support adds an element of emotional sabotage, turning what could have been a unified front into a fragmented, chaotic mess.
I've been going to Africa. Only difference is I published this trip. So my son lives in Africa. My husband's family lives in Africa. I had to put it on a credit card because I ain't had no money at the time. Look, there's no money in Africa. I don't even have a bank account in Africa. My husband don't even have a bank account in Africa. There's no money being transferred. We didn't have none. That's what I'm trying to tell you,
And I've been going to Africa, only difference is I published this trip. My son lives in Africa. My husband's family lives in Africa. We put it on a credit card because I had no money at the time. Look, there's no money in Africa. I don't even have a bank account in Africa. My husband don't even have a bank account in Africa. There's no money being transferred. We didn't make any. We didn't have none. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Cardi's rage burns bright, but behind it lies pure exhaustion. Fighting a relentless war on one side while your supposed partner watches from the sidelines, that's a betrayal that cuts deeper than words. It's not just about money or pride. It's about the delicate power balance in a love story where loyalty bends but never breaks, even when respect does. The drama between Cardi B and Bea erupted in a storm of public shade and subliminal shots. What started as a subtle jab turned into a full-on feud, with diss tracks and social media exchanges fueling the fire. Bea's words cut deep, branding Cardi as sensitive and suggesting her constant beefs with other women are all about one man, Offset. The digs hit where it hurts, painting Cardi as someone driven by insecurity and possessiveness rather than confidence.
Cardi B gets accused of copying Bea, so Cardi B has basically sampled one of Missy Elliott's songs, the same song that Bea ended up, sampling before Cardi B, right? I believe other rappers had sampled that beat, but I believe Bea is the first female rapper to do it, right? So now you got Cardi B getting called out.
Cardi's response was swift and sharp, lighting up social media with a fury that felt deeply personal. Her heated posts carried the weight of emotional wounds tied to her tumultuous relationship with Offset. Every feud, every response is charged with tension that circles back to her husband and their complicated bond. Her conflicts with female artists mirror a pattern of defensiveness about Offset, from past tensions with Sui to the current clash with Bea. It's a cycle where love and jealousy dance dangerously close, turning professional rivalries into personal vendettas.
And then I called her back because I'm so appalled at the fact that she thinks that I'm copying her or that I'm stealing from her. Because there's nothing that she do that I like. I don't like her music, I don't like her style, I don't like how she look, I don't like nothing about her. I don't even see the...
In Paris, Offset's confrontational nature took center stage when a street altercation with Robert Gazzo's crew erupted over a music video dispute. The chaos exploded into a full brawl, landing Offset in headlines yet again for all the wrong reasons. His public battles mirror the emotional warfare raging between him and Cardi.
All right, did y'all see the footage floating around of the altercation with Offset and them in Paris?
Yes, I did.
Their birthday money fight, hurling stacks of cash at each other in a supposedly playful exchange, highlighted the underlying power struggle, each flaunting financial superiority. It wasn't just a display of wealth, but a symbolic clash of dominance. Offset's pattern of physical confrontations and ostentatious displays point to deeper issues, his public spirals reflecting emotional unrest linked to their personal chaos. Their money battles, staged or genuine, carry the weight of performance. Lavish gifts and grand gestures mask the fractures beneath. For Offset, acting out may be a cry for attention or a desperate attempt to reclaim control in their relationship that blurs lines between love and possession. Fascinatingly, Cardi and Offset's roller coaster relationship mirrors some of the most toxic celebrity love stories in history. Their ups and downs create an endless spectacle of passion, betrayal, and public fallout that the internet simply can't look away from. Take Blueface and Krishan Rock. Their chaotic relationship filled with physical fights, emotional breakdowns, and public humiliation became a regular spectacle. While Cardi and Offset's battles may not be physical, the mental and emotional toll of their constant conflicts leaves similar scars. Love becomes a weapon, turning every argument into headline-worthy drama.
Would you say she's your soulmate?
Hell no. No. She's a cellmate. That's what she is. We locked the up.
Then there's Nicki Minaj and Safari, a saga of public shade, anger, and obsession. Even after their breakup, Safari clung to the spotlight, throwing jabs at Nicki long after she moved on. These echoes of jealousy sound eerily familiar when you look at Offset's persistent reappearances in Cardi's life. From crashing her performances to grand public apologies, his moves scream desperation to reclaim a love that seems more about ownership than harmony. The Cardi-Offset dynamic blends elements of these toxic tales, driven by a love addiction where chaos becomes the glue holding everything together. Passion flares, egos clash, and the world watches as private heartbreak plays out as public theater. Every reconciliation feels like setup for the next meltdown. Every grand romantic gesture carries the weight of unresolved conflict. The fantasy of their relationship lies in the spectacle, the idea that love this dramatic must be intense and true. But the reality? It's a cycle where attention, clout, and emotional control twist real feelings into something darker. Whether intentional or not, their endless drama keeps them in headlines and fuels a narrative of love tied to power plays and public manipulation. The Cardi and Offset saga is truly a never-ending storm of scandal, spectacle, and heartbreak. From custody threats and CPS visits to public fights and struggles, their relationship is a swirling mix of private pain and public chaos. Offset's threats, Cardi's tears, and their endless public feuds, every moment adds to a love story that feels more like a battlefield. But is Offset a man consumed by obsession, or is Cardi the one pulling the strings in this game of love, power, and control? Let us know in the comments. Pick your side and get ready for more celebrity drama and secrets. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and don't miss what's next. Trust us, there's more where that came from. There's more where that came from. There's